holiday film too for what was it, Christmas, right?
I think so. Yeah,
we watched it for Christmas. We watched it for Christmas because it was like the Christmas slash Hanukkah wheel, I believe, or something like that. I forgot.
Yeah, slashing through the snow.
But yeah,
slashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh.
Maybe not. Might just get a pickup. But we're here again, people. Backpacking over in Taiwan for the movie Hospital, which came out in 2020.
Pop that back up for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron looks like he had a doctor's appointment and the doctor did something he wasn't supposed to.
That's the look I'm gonna have. That's the look I'm gonna have when I'm going in for my damn colonoscopy and all that bullshit. When I'm around your guys' age.
What?
Oh, by the way, in the hospital, still wearing 3D glasses.
Oh yeah,
always.
Gotta wear them everywhere.
Always.
Gotta wear them everywhere.
Those things are funny.
But by the way, James, I want to say this. Like, you know how they have cartoons, animated things, and they're always wearing mine would always be 3D glasses. They'd just be different variations, but I'd always have on 3D glasses.
Okay. Were you a big 3D movie person?
I just like 3D glasses, to be honest with you. I do like 3D movie. Like, I was a fan of them growing up, yes. Not like, oh my goodness, I know every single 3D movie, but if I'd get excited if I got a chance to see them, but it wasn't. But it's not like, oh shit, it's like that. You know what I mean? It's just, I just like the glasses at the end of the day. I like the glasses more than I like watching a 3D movie.
That's fair. I mean, it's the allure of it, right? They're so tied to not filmmaking, but film viewing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I would say they're like, you know, we can go on and on, like all of the things that represent like film, like as reviewers and stuff like that. Slates, film cameras, you know, any number of them, right? But none of that represents film viewing. You know, like popcorn does. That's another one with the 3D glasses.
Popcorn, a beverage.
Oh, gotta get my mic on here.
By the way, 3D glasses. Why are they still making them out of fucking cardboard? Why can't you get like real sunglasses?
Well, they do in the theaters now. They have real 3D now. But the old school ones, that's what they were. They were a gimmick.
Oh, Aaron does have them. Okay, never mind. I didn't know they had them.
Yeah.
If you watch see, James, if you watch my TikTok videos, you would know this.
Aaron, I do. It's just I don't focus on everything. I forget things. I don't know what shirt you're wearing or.
You don't get lost in Aaron's dreamy eyes whenever he does his videos?
No, not him. Only Ryan Reynolds. I told you. I'm a faithful person.
Hey, listen, Ryan Reynolds is under a lot of fire these days. So.
I know. We're just talking about. I told Aaron, I was like, I don't think he's going to be my man anymore.
Oh. Who's next? Who are you going with next?
I gotta think about it.
I'll take it.
Maybe.
I mean, you're not saying me, so now I'm getting a little worried. You know, I thought our love affair was.
I'm trying to think of celebrity,
strong
actor. I don't know.
Who's my crush?
Who's my crush? He's actually thinking about it. He's like, what man crush do I like?
Michael Jai White.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Definitely one.
You talk about you bring him up a lot.
He's one of my favorites, man.
No, I know, at least once a week. That's why I said that.
I love Spawn.
Yeah. I was just watching the animated series. I only watched one episode.
Oh, that's dark. HBO? It was from HBO, I think.
Yep.
All he does is just they talk too much, Grandizer. Then he forgets that he's seen your comment.
Oh my god!
I always stare at the comments.
I don't know why
talking shit to Aaron.
I don't know why I'm so like cockblock ready to rock on this, right? Hey, what's up, Grandizer? How you doing?
Grandizer, how's it going, my guy? How's it going?
Yeah, Primitive War. It's a good one.
Oh, I gotta check that one out. Is that like a real war movie? With dinosaurs?
It takes place. So just to pitch it on here because I think you guys will love it. And it's an Australian film, so if you want to do it, you could because it's a foreign film. But it's got American actors in it.
Okay. But they're in Australia.
I don't think they. I think it was the company who made it is from Australia. I don't know if they shot it in Australia, but it was shot in Asia.
Okay,
Oh.
that's
some place that represents
that's
Vietnam.
pretty much the rule. Is it has to be in that, like, it can't be in America. The movie could not be in America.
No, it's not an American. It's not even an American film. There's just American, like Ryan Quanten, who I think is great. I like him. I loved him in Glorious, which came out a few years ago. Another great horror movie. And he was on True Blood. He was one of the best parts of True Blood. And when I got the trailer for the movie, I was asked by the company to do like a trailer reaction, and I watched it. And I was like, this looks really freaking good. It looks like a legit war movie with dinosaurs that I would say are a few grades above like a sci-fi channel, you know, like, but what they do that's really creative here is it's dark. They're in Vietnam in the jungles. The dinosaurs are hunting in the jungles or in the dark, like bunkers and the corridors and such. So when it's happening, you're like, now there's a lot of sci-fi to it. Of course, you have to explain why the dinosaurs are in Vietnam in 1968, you know? But like once you get to it though, you're like, this is interesting. Like, I like how they're playing this up. They're not, you know, like like Sharknado, of course, is embellished, right? So the sharks have to look fake to make it, to bring you in. With this one, that's exactly what you get with the dinosaurs, but they do it in such a clever way where you don't feel like it's too cheesy.
Grandizer just said, maybe it's Skull Island without Kong.
It is. It seems like that. Yes. Yeah. I mean, really, it is just a matter of like, okay, you take a unit of Green Berets in Vietnam. They're on a mission in the jungle, and they find dinosaurs. And it is it as good as Skull Island? No, that's a major motion picture, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I like it probably more than Kong. So what does that tell you? You know, like, it was a really interesting movie. Jeremy Piven's in it, and he plays a weird character, but he like a weird sergeant. Like, he's Jeremy Piven. I don't know. He has like a Louisiana accent that just does not work. So like, he's a
Creole.
actor. Yeah, it's like,
Creole.
well, it's not quite Creole. He's just trying Southern, but it sounds like he's going for more of a Louisiana dialect. And the only reason I know this is because my father-in-law is Cajun. So
Cajun is the one I was thinking about. Cajun.
Yeah. But watching that, it was just like, you know, he was weird, but he's only in it for like a total of maybe 5 or 10 minutes. He is not a main character in this, but the other ones that are in it, you appreciate them.
Nice. I'll have to check that one out too.
Yeah, let me know what you think.
Nice. How are you gentlemen doing today?
Doing good.
This evening.
Good.
Took tomorrow off from work, so chilling.
Oh,
I've been taking a lot of days off, by the way.
yeah, I've been.
I'm starting to feel guilty.
You should only feel guilty on the days that you take off that are in the office when I'm in the office and I actually go to the office and you're not there.
That's what they call it. Damn, I forgot what it's called. But they keep tabs. They're like, yo, he's absent every time he's supposed to be in the office. You're like, uh-oh. All right, so Backpacking with STURD. Hospital. I recommended this one. I watched it, like, was it the beginning of this week or was it last week?
I think we started last. Yeah, it was last. No, it was like last week.
Okay. Last week I watched this, and it's foreign, and I was like, you know what? There's a possibility that Aaron might like this one, and his wife might like this one. So I was like, yo, Aaron, put this one on. That's why I sent you. I didn't tell you to put it on wheel. I just sent it to you. I said, yo, check this one. Then you're like, I'm adding it. So
yeah, because I was like, you know what?
On it.
I was like, it's a foreign film.
Mm-hmm.
I have never seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Why not just throw it on the wheel? I'm gonna watch it anyway. Why not just throw it on the wheel? Boom, discuss it. And so I did that, and he threw a couple. He gave us a couple actually.
Yep.
I'm gonna.
What did you think about this one?
I was gonna say, like, with this pick, just so you know, with STURD starting next week and such, and you're kind of putting together. I know you're doing the foreign wheels, but it's one of those things. Like the movies you chose for me, I feel like a lot of them, if not all of them, are perfect, and I hope you do them on your show. Because like I think whether you love them or hate them, you guys are going to appreciate being able to watch these movies. There's a bunch of movies he gave me on to watch. Sturdy gave me a list to review that I'd never seen before, and I was so excited and getting into them.
Oh,
Mick froze. I thought it was me. I'm sitting looking at my camera and everything. I'm like, what's happening?
Same. I'm like, oh,
holy shit! I thought to punch my screen there. I was lost my temper.
No punching. James.
But anyways, yeah. So this movie, it starts off like a con thing, like a fucking. Well, they're legit, but you're like, no, they're not. They're fake. It's just running a scam. Have people they do a tour around, and they say they could talk to their families and shit who passed over, and then it starts going crazy. I got shit to say. Hold on. Well, I'll save it for when we actually dive into
it. I don't know how long I was frozen for. My apologies.
Probably like a minute and a half.
Yeah.
The only reason I know you guys started talking about the movie, I don't know how much you heard, but I was going to say that list you chose for me is a lot of fun so far and really good. So.
Nice.
Like I said,
I want to see
the one, what is it, Baby Blood or whatever? I'm gonna because it's foreign. I'm throwing that on the wheel for sure.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, actually, a few of these foreign wise would work, but it's all different, man. You really went an interesting route with this because they're like watching Baby Blood and like it disgusted me to my core. I will never watch that again, and unless I know people like you guys, horror fans, I'm not going to even mention it again.
Okay.
That's how brutal that movie is. But I know like truly gore horror fans are gonna love it.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
I'm excited for this. The
French, man, they don't mess around.
They don't. Not with the fries and not with their movies.
That's fair.
Listen, I don't care if they made them or not. I'm giving them credit for it.
And I don't mind talking about all those movies because then it keeps me from having to talk about this movie.
Wait a minute. I knew Mick wasn't going to like this movie. This is not his thing.
No. Wait, what's my thing?
Lately, believe you said it. I don't know the exact word you said. You're sick and tired of these possession movies /
I hate possession movies. You're right. I mean, there's with the exception of some, but for the most part, yeah, I hate possession movies. They're all done wrong and stupid. Yes, Baby Blood, 1990, Grandizer. And again, Sturdy gets the. I just watched it. He chose it for me, so he gets the kudos on that. For me though, with this movie, Hospital, and I know we're kind of talking about it. I hope I didn't derail anybody's review of it. I just wanted to say personally, I didn't mind it. I was actually really into it when it started. I was like, this is cool concept. Ghost hunters are going into the most haunted hospital in Taiwan. I'm all in. It looks good. It looks kind of cool. It really was the filmmaking and the story that threw me off. I gave it I'm not going to tell you yet.
Yeah. I know what you're talking because I had like, to me, it was, I liked it, but also there was so many things wrong with it. I can admit to that, but I'm into these type of movies. I love these haunted asylums, demons and shit movie, all that stuff. So it's my thing.
This demon possession I didn't mind because this isn't that quintessential possession movie. It's not that Christian based. There were some possession movies out of India I really liked because it's a different lore. And you can change the rules and and they do, and I appreciate that. And it's not dogmatic to religion. It's like whatever the lore is, and I that's cool with me. That's why I like these foreign films when it comes down to it. And this one, like, it just, the lore sucks. The story was kind of sucked. Like, it was because the editing was off. They didn't tie up storylines or resolve certain things. Like, it kept bringing me out of it. And I'm like, if you went simpler with this, I'm in. Like, this is a cool concept. I'm really digging it. But it was a good opener, first act that just kind of dissolved into nothingness, really.
Yeah.
Personally.
I get it.
Question for you, Mick.
Mick, is early 1980s movie The Entity considered a possession movie?
I don't think so. That was more like a haunted house, wasn't it? Like the house was haunted?
She was haunted, and she was being sexually assaulted by the ghost. It was based on a true story. There is possession in it.
Yeah, but I don't think this counts as a possession. It's more like an attachment movie.
It's one of those possession movies. Like I said, like I don't like possession movies. I most times I hate them. Entity is not one I hate. It's not one I generally go to. I don't.
Yeah.
We've talked about this, and especially when you watch Baby Blood, it's the same sort of themes of sexual assault, bodily autonomy, especially within women, and a lot of those themes, right? So that's what The Entity was, but it was based on a true story. So you're playing off that. You're making a Hollywood movie. So like they did a good job. Barbara Hershey was good in that movie, but it just, I would call it more of a ghost story than a possession story. But it's not one of my all-time favorites. I didn't mind it though.
I love that idea for Mick Grandizer.
Done correctly by Mick.
Yeah, no, I am curious what possession movies actually worked for you.
Top 5 and bottom 5.
I would have to for 5s and to do 10 movies. I'm gonna have to do some research on that. I can't do it off the top of my head. But
no. That's I'm saying for one of your episodes for your.
Oh yeah.
On your show.
I would love it. I might not do that on a show. I might make that a separate video for Halloween. But I'll you know what? I'll write something up too. I will tell you my favorite possession movie.
Oh, I already know. 2 Girls, 1 Cup and a Ghost.
The Exorcist. My one of my least favorite is The Exorcist 2.
Oh yeah, that's bad.
And one I will say that everybody should probably check out that I thought that I dug and I appreciated for what it is, which it kind of turns on its head why I don't like possession movies. That's why I like it. Is The Last Exorcism.
Oh, I like that one too. You know what's a good one, Mick?
Which
I believe it's a possession movie. Aaron, we reviewed it. Remember? It's kind of like they did the remake with the girls possessed on the game show, the talk show.
Late
Night with the Devil.
Oh,
it was kind of like that. It was like this.
That was a good one too.
Was doing a show, and he was getting the demon wanted to play it worldwide because it gains power or something like that. I forgot what that movie's called.
I can't remember it. I think Late Night with the Devil is probably going to be on my top 5 best. Like I do love that one too. If you can take possession, if you could take a possession storyline and make it interesting, and especially if you take it out of the Christianity aspect, you can talk about God and stuff like. But when you take it out of that aspect and do something different, like The Last Exorcism did, which is very Christian based film. Within the world of possession, but they did it differently. Like this guy lost his faith, just like kind of in The Exorcist. Like he lost his faith, he didn't believe, he was skeptical, and it got sucked right into a real case. Like that's so interesting to me because it's not now it's a character study. It's a good story, but it's a character study, and then on a found footage, I love character studies. I think that's an interesting take. This movie, Hospital, I don't watch a lot of Taiwanese films. I need to rectify that. I need to find more.
I get upset with him. I watched like 5 the past month.
There's an interesting, it's an interesting look. There's some interesting filmmaking angles in here that I really enjoyed. I don't know these filmmakers. I like the 2 actors who played the what were they again?
The father and son.
Yeah, but they were not paranormal investigators. Let's just call them basically. Like
they were kind of like
Exorcist
mediums.
sort of.
They're like a
Yeah,
medium.
mediums. I don't see like in movies, I believe in that. You know what I mean? So like, I can never remember what the right term is for it. Because we never had that shit when we went ghost. No anybody who was psychic. We went with people who said they were psychic. You know, it's a little different, but yeah, this movie, again, like we were clamoring playing Faz. And I think that's why I was so disappointed, because I was like, oh, a ghost paranormal movie, and they're helping these two talk to them in a haunted hospital. Everything that this movie pulls to, even the trailer. I went back and watched the trailer after the movie, just because I was doing some work, like trying to research a little bit, and I'm like, even the trailer draws you in perfectly, and the movie just falls flat. And again, if you have a story that gets too convoluted or broken up, or I don't know, like what the hell's going on, it just pulls me out.
Gotcha.
Cool visuals though.
Yes, I especially like, for some reason, Asian horror, they make their demons actually look fucking scary. Like it's like the black blood, the fucking tears down their eyes, like shit. And I'm like, yo, that's a cool look. I like how makeup and everything is.
I agree.
For their demons.
I agree, and I agree how they're not afraid to take it to the next level when it comes to anybody in their films, from children to old people. I love where they take it, and I love how they take it, and how they take it to the level of where I feel with the scary level, so to speak, in the film. They do it way better. They make it a hell of a lot scarier than we do here.
Yeah.
Way better than when it involves
the word
old people and children.
The word that pops in my head all the time, and I repeat it multiple times. Asian horror is more intense.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, most horror in different countries is more intense.
Foreign horror.
I have a theory about that, actually. If you want me to say it.
I was like, why aren't we doing that? What the fuck is wrong with America?
Because here in America, as hard as it is for a lot of people, we sit pretty compared to others. What we're complaining about right now is basically the way of life in worse in almost a lot of countries. You know, like, I don't want to say almost all, but even in all, there's some sort of monarch or some sort of there's no sense of that freedom. Even if we have this comfort level here in America where foreign films, and that's why I don't say foreign films suck. Like Baby Blood for me is one I never want to watch again, but when I watched it, I'm like, this is a French film. I've watched a lot of French horror, and they're all brutal for the most part. Brutal, and they deal heavily in sexual themes. They deal heavily with autonomy. They deal themes like that, harassment, assault, rape, even. In almost every French film that I've seen is on the level of like a Deliverance. Like that's the one we've done that like lives up to it, and it still doesn't. And they had to use men because the point wouldn't get across with women. So like when I watch foreign films, I'm like, their countries are harder, and their countries have been taken over at times. Their countries, and like even in Asia, it's always something's always going on. Something's always there's like a brutal way to live and an impoverished way to live in most places, and I can't even imagine the violence that they see daily. So like their movies are always going to be darker and more brutal. Just as like Sturdy and I have talked on, I don't know whether it's on this show or my show or Popcorn and Pints. I know we've had this discussion where I think that white American films are always stuck with whimsy. There's always a positivity to them. Whereas there's positivity in other, like in people of color's films and other marginalized groups, but they know struggle. And that shows up. They have to show the struggle because that's a daily part of their lives. Whereas white people, for the most part, not saying they don't struggle, they don't know it though. We're always kind of told like this, that, and the other thing. And it's like this pretty sense. That's why when it comes to American films, like I tend to lean more towards indie. You know, and they're more interesting stories.
Same.
And you ever notice that a lot of white films will all say based on a true story?
Yeah,
most
no.
other
Wait,
like countries, most other, all these other things, like they never say based on true story, but they usually are. It's crazy.
No, it's their culture. I believe they still do this. If someone dies in a house, they go, or if someone even whispers that house is haunted, no one will rent it or buy it. They'll just leave it there abandoned.
I've seen The Ring.
Makes sense to me.
So they take spirituality serious in Japan and Asia. Like they have like yokai is like a demon. Speaking of that, is in Phasmophobia too. But there's a lot of demon. There's a lot of different types in Asia culture of evil entities.
And again, remember, anybody who's listening to me right now or watching this is all theory. This is theory from somebody who I would argue has been studying film his whole life, right? So I would actually challenge most people, if you're watching horror movies that are foreign and you're saying, wow, this is really brutal, this is really, or this is really dark, this has some really dark themes comparatively to American films, right? Which is okay to do. It's okay to have those American horror films. I'm not mad at them. I don't hate them. They're just different and representations of what we all go through. But watch comedies from foreign. We don't always understand their comedies. That's why they don't do too well here. And the reason we don't understand their comedies is, I think, again, because our lifestyles are more elevated than other countries usually have it. So their idea of comedy is different.
I like British comedy.
Like what makes you laugh? Look at British comedy though. It's not for everyone.
No, it's not. I laugh my ass off.
Definitely isn't for me.
But a lot of people, they shy away from it. I love it. I love British comedy. But there are times where I'm like, you're so fucking dry. Like, you're so dry. Like, calm down. Like, and you need to get a little more in there. And I do think that America has some of the best comedy. But I think if we open our minds, and I'll go back to my original point right after this point, but if we open our minds and watch it a little bit more, you'll understand this is coming from what's going on in that country, that this is a comedy. What's going on in that country that this is a horror, because you guys are playing to the themes very strongly. And I get it, because you have to play to your audience, right? And the audience in those countries, which might be the only place to see them sometimes, this is what they'll understand.
Yeah.
I also believe, well, this is my theory, so I don't get yelled at by people. Like foreign horror, like you're saying, they go through their life struggles and everything. They make it they're more believable to their culture than I think we are. So when you make a movie about a ghost that you're not even supposed to mention, it scares the shit out of them, because they've been told that story growing up. Like, yo, they're real.
La Corona, that's a big one. You talk to a lot of Mexican, people who believe in that supernatural element. That's a very real lore that sticks with them, and I get it, because remember, we had the boogeyman.
Yeah,
the boogeyman is what scared us. Maybe not like you didn't call it the boogeyman, but something that represented like that boogeyman.
The monster in your closet or under your bed type situation.
Yeah, but we grow out of it because eventually, again, and I think this is actually a testament to American filmmaking and such, is we learn to fight it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those countries are telling you how it is. Most of our movies are saying, well, fight this shit. Right? Like, I think that's why we're putting up such a fight right now in the world. I'm not trying to get to that aspect of it, but if you think about culture, America's always fighting. They're always confrontational. So, and our movies are very prevalent in that. So we think about, like, it's hard for us to adopt such a bleak outsetting, especially white America. And the reason I'm dividing that up is because there is different thinking and different ways of living. And it's the point of this whole theory. So if we, like with white America, like there's always this fight. There's always this, okay, we'll just confront whatever's coming on, blah, 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 in the movies and then in stories and stuff like that. So we can't learn to live like this. It's been too long. Oh, do I not have sound? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, somebody
I
says,
hear you.
should there be sound? So that's sort of like what my theory is here is like, and that's why I try to keep an open mind when I watch foreign films. And I'm like, I don't want to say this sucks because I don't know what's going on in that country.
Fucking grandizer.
Grandizer. Because of dancing. I mean, you
Woogie,
could.
woogie, woogie.
But let's do our ratings real quick. I gave this movie a 5. I do like these type of stories, but like Mick was saying, the story wasn't as good as they normally are. It wasn't as good as they normally are. I did love the hospital concept. I love what they're doing in the hospital. And like the whole back and forth stuff that you're kind of seeing what happened with the mother and the son. And then we'll go back to, where they were presently and all that good stuff. But like I said, overall, the story didn't really like grab me like I was hoping it would. Didn't really grab me like this is like.
Can I ask you something?
It's not something that I would tell people not to watch, but it's not something I'd put on like Sturdy would recommend you to watch it either. But it's not like it's not as bad as like a watch at your own risk either.
Sorry, I'm a pain in the ass today. I gotta keep on top of this. What did you think of the first act though?
Started out great.
Yeah, see, like that's where I was with it. I'm like, this is starting well. I like these characters. I like the beginning.
Really good, actually.
Yeah.
And towards the middle and the rest, it just kind of started going down little by little by little. Then kind of plateaued at a certain point. Right.
So I'm going to give my issue with it. Well, I'm going to give my rating down.
So yeah, 5 for me. But what's your rating?
All right. So I'm into these type of movies. This is my genre. This is my jam. But I'm like you guys are saying, there is a lot of holes. I liked it, but not how I normally like it. So I'm giving it a 5.5. My bigger problem is these father and son, they act like they do this all the time. They had these 2 females come in and basically bossed them around. I would have said, get the fuck out of here. This is done. We're done. Why would they keep going along with them? I don't understand why they were playing, and they fucking die. Well, I don't want. Well, this is a spoiled movie. Fucking father dies. I'm like, that should have happened right in the beginning. As soon as they fucked up and she dropped that vial or whatever, say, whoa, now it's dangerous. We're out of here. We're getting the fuck out of here. We're not doing this no more. I have to see my husband.
But I feel like it starts with the grief and greed. I say grief and greed because you have the money issue, the whole money thing of getting paid to do the job, and then the grief of she misses her husband, which I mean everybody can understand that. But
each of them $1,000, right? They said 1,000 yen or something, or 10. I forgot what the was.
I forgot what
they never really gave a story though, and that's the little shit that I didn't like about this. Was like, what if they're in debt? You can't just say that and like, or they're in severe debt, or somebody, or the son got in trouble gambling. Like you can do so many but there was like little plot holes like that where I'm just like,
I get that because I see what you're saying with that because there was a few times that they kind of wanted to stop and they'd just bring up the money. She even said she would double it. So saying that they have just showing that they have some financial issues before they take this job, and then
like
boom,
they have to
job type of deal. Yeah,
they have.
I thought that would have been something
about me really quick. Before you give your rating, Mick, I gotta say this too. This is another me picking at plot holes. So the main woman, I'm going to call her the main woman in this because she was like the most story-driven one. Has to see her husband. So she goes, I'm still going, and they're like, you're going to die. She goes, I accepted whatever, blah blah. That's fine and dandy. She wants, like, if she dies, but she has to see her husband. The fucked up part is she wanted to see his husband today so she could tell him that she's pregnant. So you're risking your life and killing your baby at the same time. Right? I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, did they think about this? You're just basically saying, I'm sacrificing a baby.
But again, that's these movies taking it to that next level to where America wouldn't do that. You know the American version of this is getting a fucking Ouija board.
But yeah, Yeah, perfect. That's a great way to say it. Like the American, yes,
and
100%.
then
I disagree with you a little bit.
maybe not definitely, but maybe the mother and the baby dying, or the mother dying and the baby surviving, but they wouldn't take it to this route. Like this, I mean, shit. The route of which I thought was dope, where I mean, it was dope. It was sad, but like where the mother burns herself as she's cremating her own son. That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I can't even picture that. I don't understand how someone could do that to themselves. You know, fire is hot. You're going to be in torture.
Yeah, but but you have to think, like, if that's all you think about it. Say if she's a single mother, that's all she has. That's all she feels like she's living for, and then she loses her.
Ways, Aaron.
But that's just it. How do we know? That's what I'm saying about these other cultures. That's why I don't like to say these things suck, is because we don't understand. And then telling the husband is, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was gonna say I was wondering when, because you know how she grabs a bottle of alcohol, and you find out you figure out she soaks herself with it. I'm wondering if she drank it too. And I'm wondering that because
if they didn't show it, it should. I don't think they.
Yeah,
they didn't show it. They didn't show it. Hear me out though. But there was a part where the bottle was already kind of open. They didn't show it, and it was like when she was sitting downstairs by her son for a while, and like the way her face looked. It was more than a look of sadness. It was like she was sick, and I'm like, I wonder if she drank this stuff. Just to,
it was like rubbing alcohol, right?
Yeah,
like
it was rubbing alcohol. It was rubbing alcohol, and then she poured it on herself and poured it on her son. So back to the
culture thing, there could be a thing in Taiwan or Japan or whatever. If your kid dies or something, and you're grieving, and you're going to take yourself out, maybe their version is a way of fire. You have to be burned or something, purified, or
maybe it was just.
Instead of guessing, I should look shit up once in a while, huh? It's called research, people. Learn how to do it. Stay in school.
I love how he's yelling at himself like this.
Well, because I regret a lot of things in life, man.
You can still do things, though.
No, I'm too old and lazy.
You don't have to be. You're not too old. You don't have to go back to school. You can just read shit online, videos, learn. Learning.
That's what I do every day.
But
find something and just drill down on it, and then go from there. I go on Wikipedia, dude. I go on Wikipedia. Like if I hear something on a podcast, and not just movies, like anything. Like right now, I'm really into civics. I'm really into the rule of law, the Constitution, things like that with everything going on, right? So it's drilling. I'm drilling through history of like why this exists, stuff like that. But I go on Wikipedia. I go there for a little while, and I'll drill into the next thing, And before you know it, like I'm reading books on, or some shit. It's been a lot of fun to like kind of get lost in that. Drives you guys nuts in our chats, but whatever.
What's your rating? What was your rating, or did you say?
Oh, it was 5.5.
Oh, seriously, even that much higher than mine. What's your rating, Mick?
No.
3 on this one.
3. Not bad.
I gave it a 5.5 because this is my type of stuff. If this was this wasn't like a haunted hospital scenario situation, and it's like a different type of horror movie, I would have been with Mick and gave this a 3. But I think because I like the genre, there's part of me still likes it.
I like it. Like I don't hate the movie. I like it. So I mean, like, you already know how my rating scale goes from a -10 to a +10. That's just how STURD does things. But I gave it a 5. If this had just a better story, I'd give it a higher rating. Because the visuals to me were fine. I didn't mind the visuals and all that stuff, but it was the story for me. Like for me, with these type of films versus like a slasher, which I do feel a slasher should have some sort of story to it, but with paranormal type of films, possessions and all that type of stuff, I feel like they need to have a really good story to be a good movie. Yeah. You know what I mean? For me, like to give it like a 6 or higher, or maybe a 6 or 7 or higher, I'll say. It has to have a good story. It has to have a really good story. This one had a pretty decent story.
Example, I'm so into these paranormal movies, right? Mm-hmm. That's all I used to watch all the time. I'm like haunted mansions, houses, Demon Night, Night of the Demons, all this shit. But then, because like you said, the stories are not that good, but you're still into them. You're like, okay, they're cool.
Mm-hmm.
For years and years, every horror movie that came out, Hollywood or whatever ones I viewed, like it could have been some indie ones, you're like, no stories. Until, was it 2010? The Conjuring came out.
Mm-hmm.
I said they fucking did it right. There's a whole backstory and everything. That's why I gave that movie a 10. I love the Conjuring movie. Conjuring 1 and 2, actually, because 2 is really good too.
James Wan.
So that's why I was like, holy shit, this has a story. It makes sense.
Yeah, but James Wan's from Malaysia.
There you go.
You see, but that's what I mean. Like, he's a foreign filmmaker, essentially working, Saw. But think about Saw when it came out. That was so different from anything we saw up until that point.
Yeah,
that's true.
And mainstream horror.
Yeah, when Saw came out, people were like, "Oh my fucking god, he's sawing his own leg off," and
that's an interesting franchise overall. Like I really do enjoy that franchise overall. I know there's some hits and some misses and some duds, but I do enjoy that franchise overall. So, isn't there like one more coming out?
I think 11.
They're probably gonna keep going for as long as
they're gonna milk it. I think they already came with the backstory. Didn't they come out Jigsaw?
Spiral.
Spiral.
Jigsaw, Spiral was a spin-off with Chris Rock took it on,
which was good. I was hoping that more came from that, but I guess not.
No, yeah, I don't think it was well respected, and I don't know why. I really don't understand. Like, I thought it was I think people wanted Saw back. People, and that's another thing. People can't let shit go in this country. Yeah. And I'm not trying to shit on America. I love America, but like they really can't let shit go. They can't. Like, we have to keep the same actors in there, even if they're 90 years old. It's like, what are you doing?
Exactly.
I think honestly, I feel like it's from. I hate to blame the 80s, but I mean, you figure, and I love the 80s.
Tomorrow. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow. 80s horror simps. That's what we're getting into.
But sequels, so many sequels in the 80s. Like, I mean, shit, how many Friday, and I love them, but how many Friday the 13th are in the 80s? You know what I mean? How many,
majority of them.
Oh, shit.
How many,
what's up, y'all?
Halloween movies are in the 80s, so on and so forth. Nightmare on Elm Street, all that shit. So it's like you get that, and then people are just so attached to that. For those that grew up in that era and that time, which is all of us, you're so attached to that to where it's like you want to see sequels of other films now, and it's like I can't let go of this, that. Like, I got to see this, I got to see this, I got to see this again, 18 different times, 18 different versions, 18 different stories. But I don't know, man. I like to see newer shit. I like to see newer stories.
I think a lot of people, horror fans, I think there's a big majority that don't like gore. Like for another, like Hostel, another one where they're like, scoop your fucking eyeballs out, put a drill in your head. People hate that movie because it's so gruesome. I was like, it was new to me. I was like, whoa.
I still have not seen that film yet.
You want to hear my movie?
No,
I think you'd like it.
I tried. I couldn't finish it.
See, you're the type of person, you can't deal with that gory, insane shit.
It's such a weird.
I like that stuff.
Like that time frame of the torturous gore porn that was coming out, with the war raging on and like Guantanamo Bay and everything. I have a movie conspiracy theory. All right, don't get mad at me. The CIA, right? The CIA has been involved in movies for years and years and years. They have been trying to propagate a lot through movies and make their image look better. That's why if you look at the 90s version of CIA versus the after 2001 and on, it's very different. I think that torture porn was there to kind of alleviate a lot of the horror we were seeing, like normalize it a bit. If that makes sense. So that's why I think those were especially brutal for the time. Because I don't even think that the Saw movies or the Final Destinations or any of that stuff are as brutal as they used to be.
Yeah.
People thought that Cell with Jennifer Lopez was crazy because of the hooks in the dude's back.
The Cell?
The Cell.
It's a good movie. It's beautiful.
Yeah. It's a beautiful movie. I want to say.
It's the Cell, yeah. That cinematography.
But people, because I knew a couple people, they're like, oh, I can't watch that. I'm like, why? They're like, because they put up giant hooks in their back. I'm like, okay.
Don't put on.
It's like someone put a knife in your back. Who cares? Your hands, like.
What's good, Phil? What's good? How's it going?
They also probably watch Hellraiser and party with Leather on Friday and Saturday nights. That's the other funny part.
Dude, it took me until I was in my 20s to realize Hellraiser was a sex demon.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
he's there for pleasure. He says it.
Yeah, I was like, how did I miss this when I was younger? I was like, am I stupid?
It's all about bondage, like the bondage and the S&M, and all that stuff.
Bondage.
It's like taking it too far. How out of control can your inhibitions go? And yeah, that first one was.
Yeah, the first one was.
Everyone since was like, we'll keep it there. Like it'll be there, but we're gonna make it more slasher. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Although I don't love that first one. I like the second one better.
I'm not. I respect the Hellraiser. I'm not the Hellraiser franchise.
I like them. I don't love them.
Yeah, that's me. I'm like, they're okay to me. They're not on my top of the list of.
I don't care. If I never watch a Hellraiser movie again,
especially the new one that just came out.
Oh my god.
My mom used to give my dad shit for fucking liking Hellraiser. Fucking hilarious.
No. I want to watch Wishmaster.
I need to rewatch that. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Wishmaster does that little. They do the gin. He's a fucking does that. Oh, you want to be rich? Okay, you want $1 million? You can have $1 million, but it drops on your head. It kills you all the weight. And so there's always you got to make sure you word everything right. So I thought that was interesting for that movie.
Yeah.
Gotta be very specific.
Yeah, you gotta think before you say something.
It's good lesson.
Ow! Chris, right? 4?
Chris, before you fall out of your chair again, did you watch this movie?
Yeah, I watched with Sturdy, and then my internet went out. I got back, started watching again. It was spotty to finish it, but I got through it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I knew he was going to like it. What'd you give it?
But I can't. I'm so happy that it's about to be September. I want to go anywhere else with Sturdy, but around the world at this point.
This is continuing on for 2 months.
It was Sturd-Halloween.
Yeah,
Sturd-Halloween.
Sturd-Halloween is going with some foreign.
Yo, dude, I like the foreign movies.
You're a great reason why. Listen, people. We were just talking about this before Gamer got on. As far as like more people need to see foreign films, this, that, and the third. He's a great reason why, because he's gonna see some shit that he really enjoys.
Yeah, I'm gonna see 1 or 2 out of fucking 300. I'm getting sick of these foreign films.
You'll see.
Not me. I'm obsessed with them.
And I've only watched like 8 foreign films. I'm exaggerating slightly about the 300.
Netflix has a whole shit on. I've been watching Thailand horror. Japanese horror.
Don't get me wrong. I know there's a lot of good horror from overseas, and it's been getting better for several years now. And I've been watching and the like zombie stuff like Parasite and Train to Busan, and then We're All Dead with the kids in school in Korea and all that stuff. Squid Games. I mean, it's cool. I get it, but man, I'm as far as the movies we've been watching for traveling, backpacking with Sturdy. My ass is staying home next time. I am taking detention. Fuck that.
No
I'm
more
going to summer
backpack
school.
for
I'm going to summer school. I'm re-educating.
His mom's not going to sign a permission slip.
The funny thing is he said he's going to summer school where he's re-educating. Summer is when backpacking happens.
I'm calling ice on myself.
You said summer school, though.
That is true.
You're Puerto Rican.
Damn.
You can't go anywhere.
I know.
Well, they don't know that.
Well, we're doing it out loud. Don't you? I don't know what to say at this point. Oh, I got questions. I can't read those. I'm so sorry.
Mixed movies, horror or gore, both or more of horror or gore. Do you prefer more horror or the gore part? I think that's what that part
more
is.
horror than gore. I think gore is. I appreciate gore that's practical. One, I want to say that CGI gore, it's just not for me. But I do appreciate good CGI gore, which is hard to come by, is great, especially mixed in with practical. I just want to point that out, but that's very few and far between. Horror, though, I think takes better. I think it takes more creative minds. That's why John Carpenter is always talked about versus an Eli Roth. John Carpenter always went for the atmosphere scare. He didn't even really dwell on jump scares that much. Not saying they weren't there. Of course they were. But if you watch a John Carpenter film for its jump scares, just watch the jump scares and like tick them off every time you watch them in a movie, you'll learn some things because he does every single one of them creatively, and they do not often get mimicked well. So as far as, was it Sallow versus Saw?
Which one's better?
They're same genre, just Sallow. Again, those are two examples of American gore, American really brutal horror versus fuck. Horror film. I think it's out of Italy and France, I think, combined with that one. But it's devastatingly disgusting. It's devastatingly hard to watch. The horror in that is so real. And at the same time surreal, because you're watching it and you're like, nobody could ever make anybody do this. But the fact of the matter is they do often in countries still to this day, and they always have, and it's always marginalized or impoverished groups. And/or. So that Sallow is always going to be more brutal, but I think it's a more effective horror than Saw is. Although I did like Saw. Saw was a good mystery.
Yeah, I really enjoy Saw, and that's one of the only like gory ones. Like Midnight Meat Train's okay. The opera, what's it called?
Repo Opera.
Yeah, Repo Opera.
Repo Man, Germanic opera.
I can deal with that, but at the same time, like it just clicked in my head as I was sitting here and listening and everything. I was like, yo, what ruined it for me was the internet, man. E-Bombs World, World Star, and like weird sites that had a bunch of like super fucked up videos and shit. Like you catch one or two of them, and then you're like, damn, this is real. And then the next time you're watching a movie, you see something similar or the same fucking thing, and you're like,
Yeah.
In this country, we're afraid to take.
It's too real.
I think in this country we're afraid to take to that. And I'm saying everybody. There are independent filmmakers that do touch down on these things. Marvin's Room's a good example. But look at like the school shootings that occur.
Yeah,
that is a real horror in this country. But Americans do not like to acknowledge that America can be a horrific place. So we get watered down horror.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, I can appreciate the foreign films. They're not shying away. These filmmakers are making a statement saying, this is what my country is. There's more to it. You saw the beauty in the beginning, for the most part in storytelling, but there can be some really dark things for people here. And we could do that here, and it does get done, but you have to find them. I'm talking mainstream, though. We are afraid to touch down on it.
Yeah, the mainstream Hollywood movies. Oh, no.
And that is not just white films. That's across the board.
That's all around.
Because if you think about Menace to Society, let's take that versus a Boys in the Hood. Which one's watered down? Comparatively. Both great movies, both great dramas, but which one is the harder movie that reflects society more? It's the less dramatized one. Yeah. But that's American mainstream films. They have to dramatize it because saying America's bad since the 80s. Go back to the 70s. The 70s was brutal. It was a brutal time, which was amazing for filmmaking. And it gave us some of our greatest films of all time. But the 80s watered everything down because America had to be bright and great.
Yep.
I'll give you that one of these days. I'll definitely give you that one of these days for sure. There's a lot of games out there that probably should not have made it to market back in the mid to late 90s and early 2000s. it got crazy. It got crazy.
Mhm.
Games like Sallow. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
there is brutal games, gory.
Yeah, but I don't want to see it. At this point, man, it just got to the point. I just don't want to see it. Like
I think that's why part of me is still immature because I enjoy this craziness. I don't know why. I don't mind it more. Like it's so real to me. Like, cause you sit there and think, you go, there could be someone doing this in their basement right now.
mm-hmm.
You know what it is for me? Why it doesn't?
You don't want to go to the stay at a brothel. What? Not a brothel. What are they called? A hostel.
Hostile, yeah.
A brothel. Stay at a brothel though.
Mhm.
You go to
That's
a hostel,
wild, James.
You go to a hostel. I would never stay there now. Because
Right.
you're staying with all these strangers, and you're like, yo, they could just snatch you up and put you in a room, and rich people pay to fucking drill your eyeballs out.
Mm-hmm.
Get the fuck out of here. Nah. That's real life shit to me. I think that's why I enjoy it so much, because it's real life stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
you can
everything.
argue, ghosts are not real. Man,
These movies don't have these endings of nothing. Not everything's going to work out in the end.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I like them too. Yeah, there's no happy endings all the time.
Grandizer asked me a question about TV westerns, and I have an answer for you, but it's actually movie wise. If you watch a movie called Red River, so his question is like some of the scenes that could turn into a really good porn dominatrix, etc., just by how they played them in the old TV westerns. If you watch a movie called Red River, it was directed by Howard Hawks and starred John Wayne, Montgomery Clift, John Ireland, and a few more. In that movie, Montgomery Clift and John Ireland are comparing their gun sizes and talking about them. And it's a very flirtatious way of talking. That was written in there because Montgomery Clift and John Ireland were both gay, and they were making it a joke. John Wayne and Howard Hawks were making it a joke and adding it in there slyly. So yes, even back then, they knew the sexual prowess they were putting into their movies, whether it be a jokingly or making fun of, because, you know, unfortunately Montgomery Clift drank himself to death years later. But, you know, it's a great Western, by the way, regardless of all that. But yeah, it existed in all genres. If you go back and you think about sexual themes as an adult, it's there. And not just the sexual, there's others too. Like I've been learning a lot about The Shining lately that I'd never realized before. And that's saying something, because I knew a lot about that movie. So you can always find a lot, for sure.
Grandizer, yeah, I do know that story. He had him in the basement chained up for like decades. The 3 women got one pregnant. Yeah. That was a crazy story. That's you think that a movie, you know what I'm saying? You're like, holy shit, there's someone actually.
I want somebody to fund me, right? And I'm gonna go get 3 friends. We're gonna start our own A team. And it's just, we're going to protect the innocent, but especially women and children.
There you go.
And coloreds.
Well, of course, but it's going to be primarily women and children, and all women, all children. But we're definitely going to cover all races.
We don't give a fuck about the males of all races.
Yep.
Stand up for yourself and do your own shit.
Fuck foxes, though. We're not taking care of them.
Yeah.
Kick a fox. Yeah. See you later.
Remember a true story? Didn't they massacre like a whole bunch of Indians, Native Americans?
It's okay if you say it and you're not saying it disparagingly. It was part of nomenclature for a long time. You're not going to get canceled over that.
Correct. You can't say that.
Didn't they ask that question again? But exactly the way you asked the first time.
Was Red River a real story where they massacred all the Indians?
It's not. I mean, it can be any settler story. It takes place in Texas, but it's a cattle rancher, you know, trying to herd his cattle, and he's going crazy during that time. John Wayne's character, and he's going crazy, and his son in the movie, his adopted son, Montgomery Clift character, it takes over because he's brutalizing people. Like he's whipping his men and stuff like that because he's going crazy trying to get through this trail. It's a good movie. There's a lot of desperation in it. There's only a handful of movies I'll say John Wayne was a good actor in. He's, you know, a movie star and everything else himself, but he was a good actor in Searchers, Red River's one. when he was with a really good director, you got a good performance.
Who'd you prefer, Eastwood or Wayne?
I like
Eastwood.
both their movies as human beings. They're both garbage people.
Yeah,
But
sure.
as filmmakers, to dissociate that, I can accept Wayne's more because they were a product of their times. Yes, they're very conservative. There's a lot of problematic themes to them, but I can accept them because I was like, that was basically the theme of the time in the 50s, 40s, 50s, things like that. And I understand why he was the number one movie star for like 30 years, you know? So it's like, I get that. Eastwood, I feel like you should know better. You should have always known better, but like Eastwood still tells these, like, has these themes, and it's like, all right, calm down. Although he makes great movies, I can't put that down.
Is he the one that is he in Tombstone?
No, not Eastwood. That's
Okay.
Costner did Wyatt Earp, and Kurt Russell did Tombstone.
Oh, okay. It's
Old man wise, no. I think it's. I want to say Charlton Heston's in one of them. I can't remember which one. I have to look. It's been a while since I've seen him.
I got some good news, guys.
What you got?
Matt, aka the Creature Feature Teacher, he got himself a PS5 and he's downloading Phasmophobia as we speak.
There you go.
Nice.
Had to put that out there to the
Love it.
the world.
I almost pulled the trigger yesterday. I decided not to. I'm gonna wait another couple months or so.
P5?
Yeah. It's just crazy though, because it's like, bro, the P5 only been out for like 5 years. The first 2 years of it, you could barely get it, right? And then fucking now they're already talking about the P6 coming out in 2027 or 8. It's like, what the
It's like
fuck?
a phone.
Yeah,
It's
you're
like a
not
cell phone.
you're not even letting it get the full like 11 year out of the thing. You know what I mean? Now you're cutting it
It's
down
not
to
longer,
6, 7, and we missed out on 2 of it, so it's really only 5 years. And you're gonna make us pay $1,000 for the fucking thing.
Well, that's going to be sitting on the shelf as far as I'm concerned for a while.
Exactly.
I'm going to enjoy my damn PS5.
Yep, till it's done. I thought PS4 was going to be the end of the era for me for gaming, unless it was on a PC or something like that. But it looks like the 5 is literally going to be it. Because after that, man, I can buy whole cars for $1,000. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's wild. That is wild. Spin the wheel.
Everything's just going to be VR soon.
When are you going to 2 a week?
The first Tuesday of September.
First Tuesday in September. So in 2 weeks, technically. Week after Thursday.
Wait, the first week of September?
Yep. So that
That's
Tuesday.
next week.
Oh, shit.
That's coming
next
up. That's
week.
this week,
Oh,
bro.
fuck. That's next week.
Where's
shit.
28 today?
Well, I guess next week. Next Tuesday. So
Yeah. Tuesday is the September.
I'm sitting here thinking this is backpacking still, but seeing how it's foreign anyways, I have two movies on here I'll film up this weekend. And we'll spin this backpacking wheel, but we're going into STURD Halloween next week. Actually, this will be a movie for fucking Tuesday and Thursday. These two right here. Let's just see which one comes up first. Oh, shit. Holy shit.
More movies I have to watch.
Chris is watching this.
You know what's funny is I know I have a 3-day weekend coming up, but it just didn't like click as to why just now.
For what?
What is
Chris
it,
is
Labor Day
watching
weekend?
this and hoping an
shit.
American film pops up.
Yeah, I'm so hoping American Werewolf in Paris or London shows up. You know what I mean?
Sturdy, don't play that.
Just like homie.
The Django, Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Killer, something.
Oh, I seen it. That was wild when that came out. I was like, who thought of this idea?
The Abraham Lincoln one?
Lincoln killing vampires and shit.
May the devil take you
Ooh.
from behind.
Oh, shit. Okay. This movie's insane. Chris, you might like this. Did you review this with us?
You did this one already?
Oh, we did this one already. Aaron's cheating. He's putting on one he's seen.
We didn't do this one before.
Yeah, we did. Never mind. No, I seen this. That's why it threw me
Devil?
off.
Are you thinking of Just Devil, like the elevator thing?
I was thinking
No, this motherfucker. Here's what happened. This movie that we just watched and this movie that I'm spinning, even though I'm just doing it just to copy and paste the name, to be honest with you guys.
I
and
seen
the
all
movie
these
that was just picked. He's seen all these 3 last week and was telling me about them and how he enjoyed them. I was like, yo, I'll just throw them on the wheel because they're foreign. And now he's talking about something we already reviewed it.
No, because I was thinking of that other devil, the guy looking for the serial killer killed his wife.
I thought you were thinking of the one in the elevator.
I saw the devil or something like that. I think it's called.
Yes, I saw the devil.
I'm going to be honest. Like, I love being on the show. I will try. Because when it comes to watching foreign films, and here's the only thing I'm going to say.
Oh, here comes something.
It's hard to do all the work I have to do, which is very focused. Like when I have a movie on, you know, like an old movie I can watch, like a classic film or something, like, or Popcorn and Pints and all that shit. I can like have it right here and just, or on the TV and just like kind of like do what I got to do. You got to watch. Like I was watching The Hospital today. I was like, all right, let me finish my edit and stuff. And I'm like, nope.
You got to pay attention. Yeah, you got to stare at it. Yeah. Especially your subtitles. Right, subtitles you got to read.
I wish they had more dubbed. I really do. Like I know people hate on dubbed. I don't mind it as much, especially because my eyes don't work.
Bro, the translating earbuds.
I would love it. I'm neither rich nor.
I want to see if that was legit. I want to try them.
That'd be what's up.
I wish.
Oh, that would be. Fire.
If I could get those, I'd wear them everywhere. Are you kidding me? I wouldn't understand why they wouldn't be issued.
You would have found Osama bin Laden and fucking a lot faster.
No, just I like those should be free. Like we should all have pairs of those to be able to
communicate with each other.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Why leave the language barrier and the miscommunications or drops in?
I know why they want to.
Yeah.
You would never have to do that. 1 for English, 2 for Spanish.
Those are going to be invented and perfected, and then go away quicker than the water car. We need our water that pays for shit.
They're so expensive, though. I want to try them so bad.
I'm waiting for them to make it an implant.
That's
that.
I just want it to be a part of me. I don't want to pop them in my ears. I want to just walk around and be able to understand everybody all the time.
You're basically tagged. They got you. Hey, you don't have nothing in your body,
You're tagged already. It's called a social security number.
You're right. That they used to tattoo on the back of your neck.
And your credit score is your barcode.
There you go. Just beep beep. Shit, man. I'm a little hungry.
I got a smoothie for dinner, and I don't even know what the fuck to do with it.
Probably left it in the kitchen.
I don't eat dinner. I don't eat shit at 9 o'clock at night. I go to bed.
Well, you're 47 years old, James. You should be in bed.
42.
Close enough.
My lady's yelling at me. She says I must sleep tonight.
You should.
Yeah, you probably should. I think it's a thing you need to do, Are you a vampire?
I sleep. It's just whenever I finally need to sleep, I go to sleep and then I wake up and I keep going from that point. Whether it's 3 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, it happens, whatever.
When you're a trucker, did you get sucked off in a different way?
Oh, man, lot lizards, whole new world. Nah. Carpet ride, huh?
Yeah. And it's not kidding. That's the fucked up part.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
He likes it. He loves it. He wants some more of it.
I went to Ohio on what was it in County Route 309 or whatever, Mount Marker.
The way I see it is you walked up to him and you still go up to him and you're like, listen, cars are just as good.
Yep. Yeah, get in the back.
Grandizer, Sturtle Vision. I got to talk to the guys. Hopefully next Friday, but I'll keep you guys posted on that one. And an Escape from New York is what we're going to be doing next over there.
Wait, what's going on?
Oh, Sturtle Vision.
Wait, for tomorrow night, Escape from New York?
No. I'm possibly next Friday.
Oh, okay.
I got to talk to the guys and see if they're free and shit.
I love that movie. That's one of my favorite movies. Which one of my Escape from New York shirts should I wear?
The pink one.
I have a pink one.
That's one you should wear.
It's like a neon outline of Snake Plissken's head, and it says,
I
"Call me."
can't picture who's the main character. Who's the actor in that?
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell. Yes, there you go.
Is that wait? Is
Did
that,
he do Kid from LA too?
Yes, it's a sequel.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say that in Little China, right? Or Big China or whatever. Those
Big
all
Trouble, Little China.
Big Trouble in Little China is not connected to the Escape movies, but yeah, it was him too.
Oh,
Those are all Kurt Russell and John Carpenter collaborations.
I always thought they were all like the
Connected?
same- Yeah, I thought they were all part of like a series.
He has a trilogy. He has a his Apocalypse trilogy, which is The Thing, Prince of Darkness, and In and Out of Madness.
Nice.
They're
I don't
not
think I've ever
connected
seen
directly, but they're spiritual trilogy.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen In and Out, and I don't remember the second one.
It's cool.
Interesting. Interesting.
Grandizer has a question for worst game.
For me?
Supernatural?
Gamer.
No, gamer.
Okay.
Any stories heard of the truck stop?
Human trafficking.
Not heard of. Seen.
The human trafficking?
No, man.
That's what he
You're
said.
doing trafficking?
What do you wait, James? Speaking of human, that's to you, man.
No, but he down on the bottom says worst game ever. Have any stories he heard of there? Because you're a trucker, did you hear any?
Oh no, I just saw a lot of weird shit.
Okay.
A lot of stuff I wish I didn't see.
All right, we're gonna need you to go back out on the road, and then we're gonna start my A team. We're gonna put a CB radio in your truck. Well, it's already gonna be there, and I'll get one. You just be like, breaker, where's fucking Nick?
Only if you get a car bed in your studio, and that's the only time you get to use it, is if you're sitting in a fucking car bed that looks like a tractor trailer.
If he had money to throw
right here, get one of these, baby. We're doing it right. We're gonna do this the right way.
Like the purple van in Freddy vs. Jason.
If you can find them.
Hang on. I want to go back to that really quick. You know how hilarious that would be if we had money to throw away like that, and the only way we communicate with each other was a CB radio from our car beds. You know how annoying our significant others would be? Like, look at these idiots.
I got a.
I gotta talk to Aaron.
I'm gonna listen.
Like he got a detached garage with a car bed in there, so he can talk to his friends on the CB radio. That's where we start podding from.
It's in that cutout where like the stairs go up into the loft over the garage. He's in that little cubby hole, his little car bed with his CB radio, his neon lights. He's got wipers hanging from.
Little hula girl on the desk.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hey, no eating in the car. Get out of here with that.
Stop eating in my house.
Oh
Eat it.
man.
As you know, stories of where they bring out women against their I don't know about against their will. I've only seen people walking up to people's trucks asking, or just as they're getting out their truck, walking to go get something to eat or take a shit or a shower. You know what I mean?
Granddad, you're talking about like a super pimp. He's like an evil. Like you're getting out there, man.
Oh God.
Now, I've seen some crazy accidents. I've seen some crazy people interactions. I've seen literal fights over fucking the gas pump. Yeah.
I believe it.
It was fun times.
Did you fight for the gas pump?
No, but the first day out, I was riding with the guy, right? And he wanted to see or whatever. I pull into the thing. He just finished telling me about trucker etiquette at gas stations, right? There's a truck off to the side with its hazards on. I don't think he's in line because the rest of the trucks are 3 wide over here. So I just pull into one of them, and so he pulls up into the next one that freed, luckily, I guess, and decided he wanted to tell us, hey, it's a good thing this one opened because you would have learned a lesson today. It's like, what? I was waiting. I said, but you wasn't in line. Also, my truck wouldn't have gone through where I just drove to get here. Yeah, it's just weird shit. Sometimes.
Wild.
Yeah.
The good stuff. That's the good stuff.
There's a nicer way of saying that too. Like,
yeah, like, bro, they're truckers, man. They're just out there fucking 3 months at a time, a month at a time, you know, sleeping in their little fucking. Believe me, I was sleeping in the back of a box truck. or on the bench of the box truck. So
Yeah, that's great.
No. So the hospital,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was decent.
Like I said, I still think I liked it still. I don't know,
Yeah.
but it's not like great. I just still enjoyed it.
it was okay.
It was okay.
It was okay.
There's a lot of story plot holes and everything. Like I was saying, like why they needed the money that much that they're letting them boss them around. They're like, no, we're still going. They're like, we're gonna die, and they still don't care. They just keep coming. Like, okay, I would have left them. I said, okay, you spilled the stuff, you're good to go. You got your third eye and shit. See you later. I'm out. I would have left the building. Thanks for the money. Go talk to your husband.
Go talk to your husband.
When did this one come out?
2020.
Yeah, 2020. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of that like theme of like the Squid Games or like, you know, high society doing some shit. It's getting a bit concerning. I mean, we had the Purge and then all this other stuff, and it seems to be a common theme occurring.
Real life stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess we can wrap this one up, gentlemen. It's a good time. We'll be back next week. We'll also be back to get together this Saturday. More breakfast, more club for you. 16 candles in class. Gonna be a good time on Saturday. Make sure you guys tune in for that on Popcorn and Pints. And yeah, we're gonna get out of here though. All of our links are in the description.
Oh, wait. Tomorrow night, you're on my show.
Yes.
I am.
There you go.
I am on the Scene Snobs tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Eastern time. And what are we talking about, Mick?
We are talking about 80s horror simps. What's, 80s horror and the impression that it left, but is it worth it?
Go ahead, Grandizer.
Don't get too excited, though.
Top 5 bottom 80s horror films, right? For our top 5 list?
Worst, yeah.
Okay, got it.
Worst. Interesting. 80s. When did Troll 2 come out?
Yep.
That shit's trash.
Inside my bones.
Do you consider that a horror movie, or is that like too for children type? I don't know.
No,
I think it's the wrong Troll movie, bro.
Came out in 1990. Son of a bitch. Forgot it came out just a year earlier.
Ooh.
Do you think the site's
Panic made USA horror movies get tamed down, or was it totally other factors?
Wait. Let me think about this for a second. In US, no, I don't think it was the Satanic Panic that toned it down. I think that was an additive that turned parents into crazy. Like, I remember being on the receiving end of that shit, and it wasn't just comic books. If you like, it wasn't just horror movies. If you liked rock and roll music, you like comic books, you liked any of that shit, it was deemed like there was something wrong with you. You're not like a good kid, and it's fucked up because then we'd watch all like pretty boy fucking footballers acting like a dickhead, doing the real shit, the hazings and shit like that. So it like, I don't think that's what I think that was a product or sort of a plan to help tame down horror or get rid of horror. I know that the same groups that have just evolved that are still working to get rid of this stuff still exist, and they still want horror gone, porn gone, all that stuff. So, and they've actively still say it to this day. That's why the horror community voting for this was astounding. But anyway, I don't think it tamed it. I think oversaturation, the idea of getting broader audiences into the theaters, horror movies up to that point were dark. They're dark, and they dealt with really adult themes that teenagers dug. And I'm talking about the 70s and some of the 60s that, teenagers dug things like that, but they wanted stuff that was more accessible, and they found the formula in slashers and stuff like that for the most part. So I think it was really oversaturation is what ended up taming it down, and just the style of the time. Horror movies from the early 80s are very different from horror movies of the late 80s. Doesn't mean good, but
they definitely are. They definitely are.
Yeah. Well, it came a little more flash in the pan, you know.
Rick, you gonna do a preview or a review for Toxic Avenger movie?
Oh, a preview for Toxic Avenger? Yeah, I will be doing a review for that. I have to try and get out and see it. It might not be tomorrow night, but it will be very soon.
It's Toxic. Wait a minute. The new movie Toxic Avenger, right? The remake, whatever it is. Is it? What's his name? The Toxic Avenger. Dingle?
Yeah. What's his name? Fucking Tywin Lannister. No, Tyrion Lannister. What is his name? He's in everything. He's on Dexter right now too. I don't want to call him the little person.
Is it like Dingle or something like that?
Yeah,
Peter
Dinklage.
Dinklage.
I don't know why I drew a blank on that. He's one of the very good actor working now. Like
that's gonna be interesting.
No, I think it's gonna be good. He's a great actor though.
Yeah, he is.
I don't think he takes that role, and I mean that was an indie film. And Kevin Bacon's in it, you know, like it's stuff like that. Like there's some really solid choices in acting there that are fun pulp actors, but Peter Dinklage is a gravitas actor. He shows up and stuff. He can play goofy, but he can play dramatic. You know,
is he serious? Did he get mad before? Like he would never do movies like this at one point. He said it's like making fun of little people.
He not movies like that, because Toxic Avenger wasn't about a little person becoming. It was just about like sort of a geek becoming.
Yeah,
the Toxic Avenger, but Toxie. But this movie, I think they just added that in because he took the role. It was. I don't think he likes to be in movies that like put a shine. Like most of his movies, they don't even really talk about it. He's like another character in the movie. Not saying he's never done anything, but like he's not going to do something that makes fun of it, you know.
Yeah, that's like the theme of the film.
Yeah, so I don't blame him.
Did you see that movie recently with him with his brother? His brother's regular size. I think it was Josh Brolin. Was it Josh Brolin?
Oh, with Brendan Fraser as the cop chasing.
Yeah, bro, it was fucking.
I don't think I reviewed that. I need to review that.
Oh, I had such a good time with that movie. At first, I was like, "What?" And then it just got better. I was like, "Okay."
Nice. See, this is why STURD doesn't like me on a show, because I never shut the fuck up.
No, we're about to wrap this up right now. Senior Nightmares. Peace.
Bye, y'all.
See you later, Grandizer. Thanks for joining. Thanks,
Bye,
Phil.
Great one.